Nicholas Parsons, the host of Radio 4's Just a Minute, has died at the age of 96. He chaired the comedy panel show for more than 50 years. Today, Giles Brandreth, one of its regular panellists, described him as a consummate professional who never stopped working. Our media correspondent David Silito looks back at a long life and career.
Welcome to Just a Minute.
He was the chairman of Just a Minute on Radio 4 for more than 50 years.
And now, from Norwich.
And he was the quizmaster on Sale of the Century for 12 years.
Hello, and welcome to the Sale of the Century.
It's the Quiz of the Week.
I'm proud of the fact that I helped create a huge success. You don't buck success. I'm proud of that fact. But I don't want to be remembered just for Sale of the Century.
I want to see your passport, please. Is it...
Indeed, there was a lot more to Nicholas Parsons.
What is the purpose of your visit to England?
He'd appeared in more than 20 films.
I've come to find a husband.
And in the 60s, he'd become a household name as the straight man to the comedian Arthur Haynes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Vicar. I thought it was those carol singers. Merry Christmas.
He'd turned to acting after training as an engineer in a Clyde shipyard. One early role was the voice of a puppet cowboy.
Now get out of town, and don't you ever come back.
Now, do you think you could try and keep quiet?
On camera, he was a master of smooth-talking charm, a mask for his struggles growing up with dyslexia and a pronounced stammer. And then in 1967, he was made presenter of Just a Minute. He'd wanted to be a panellist, but the producers knew his skill, the good-natured straight man enduring a daily comic assault.
As a straight man, you know how to throw out the lines so the comic will have a good springboard to come back and make some facetious or humorous or witty response. And also you know how to take the joke at your expense, because the comedian, the straight man in a relationship, is always the one who's put down.
He was an absolute BBC and a BBC radio legend. He was wonderful to meet, warm, generous, amusing, clever. And to host a show like that with all the contestants taking part in it, you know, the skill in that was amazing. And, you know, to my view, to do that into your 90s with such success, such skill and such charm, well, I mean, well do you deserve the title legend.
And as the Minute Waltz fades away, once more it is my pleasure to welcome our many listeners.
More than 50 years later, he was still in charge, never regretting that day more than 70 years ago when he'd swapped engineering for show business.
Nicholas Parsons, who's died at the age of 96.